What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another Service 76 Scrimcast here with Bobby J. We've got Frostbite over on the left, Carpe Diem on the right-hand side, who'll be starting off on offense. So we know most of these players. So Racket, one of the casters I've been helping out, and he's been doing some duo casts with me. So an upcoming caster in the scene, so expect some big things from him later on as a caster. Hoss is over on the Roadhog, Trav on the Diva, DreamisDead on the Soldier 76, NJW on the Winston, and Tarprak on the Reinhardt, which rounds out Frostbite on the left-hand side, as I'm trying to write this down on my notepad. Right blue. Right left. God damn it. So Carpe Diem over here on the right-hand side on the offense with Misanthropy on the Diva, Failsafe on the May, Core on the Lucio, Akatsuki on the Roadhog, Oshiznik on the Ana, and Athiel on the Soldier 76, which rounds out their lineup here. So taking a look at that, two tanks. So I was just almost called a Maya tank. There we go, Failsafe switching to the Reinhardt. So it will be the 3-tank lineup for both squads here. So in a heavy tank meta these days, just finishing writing that down. So heavy tank meta these days, which is what we've been seeing, 3 tanks, even 4 tanks from time to time. So I, for one, don't want to see too many tanks. I'm kind of getting a bit sick of it, but it's still fun. It's still fun either way. But as we get things started up here on top of the balcony on the high ground, Tarprak does get the kill on top of Core. So Carpe Diem having to move back down and just reset, waiting for their healer. Hopefully no one, for their sake, gets caught out, because, you know, I've mentioned a lot of times, delaying the time is not going to be good, especially here on Numbani, where it's quite a rushed point, and it's not too far for the defenders to get back either. As the hook comes out on top of Misanthropy, she's going to have to move back now, get some heals. Biotic Grenade lands on their teammates, but it's not going to be able to help Failsafe though, as the hook's going to come on top of Akatsuki. He gets the hook back on top of Hoss, which Oshiznik's going to finish up the kill, but too many members of Carpe Diem have already been taken out, and you see them on the run now with Frostbite trying to chase down people, but they need to be careful because NJW just got slept. He is going to be able to get back to his steam here, but they could have got caught out, which could have been good news for Carpe Diem to come back in with the man down for Frostbite. But the ult advantage will be on Frostbite. No ultimates for Carpe Diem, so good job by Frostbite getting their ult charges up as they come underneath here, Carpe Diem, to get on top of the checkpoint. As both Reinhardts go clash head to head here. He's quickly awoken though, Failsafe. The body grenades on top of Tarprak. He's quite low. Failsafe's low too. He's going to die from the boot from Trav. So both tanks taken out. Oshiznik's going to be taken out as well, as the fight still continues just in front of the escort with NJW taking out Oshiznik to end the fight. So Trav did a great job there. He was able to take out the Reinhardt, and then without any Reinhardt to stop him from getting to the squishies, he was able to get a couple more kills. So big shout out to you there, Trav, getting 3 kills in that exchange. So 3 ultimates still remain though for Frostbite, so a very good fight for them. It would have been bad. It would have been a lot better for Carpe Diem if they went in dry. They did the right thing, but they weren't able to bear that many ultimates for Frostbite, so they played that quite well and won the fight. Back underneath though for Carpe as they come through with Misanthropy landing up first, has the defense matrix up, starting to get towards the Roadhog, and the Diva needs to be careful though, because she's quite alone, as a Primal Rage has been popped by NJW here in the background, knocking off people and disrupting the lineup here of Carpe Diem as they were trying to get in, as everyone's still fighting amongst the checkpoint. Biotic Grenade lands on a couple of members of Carpe, which is going to cost them their lives as the self-destruct comes out here for Frostbite. Chav's got to pick up a kill with it here. So the fight's already been won here by Frostbite. It's all about them not wasting any ultimates and just trying to kill and delay the spawns of Carpe Diem, which they've only got 2 ults now. Misanthropy did use the self-destruct, didn't get any kills in that fight, I believe. And then Failsafe used the Earth Shatter as well with Core with the Sound Barrow. So 3 ults used in that fight, not getting a 3rd for Carpe Diem. So that means they're going to be in a little bit of trouble unless they can get a Graviton Surge off with Akatsuki with the Nano Boost Tactical Visor combo, which is their key to killing off everyone from Frostbite and capping this point. As they're going to start fighting in the main road. The shield's beginning to crack here for Failsafe as Trav's got a good position. Athiel does get the kill on top of NJW, so they don't have to deal with that Winston in the backline anymore. As DreamisDead does take out Core, and they've singled out a couple of members here of Frostbite, as Racket's doing a good job just to keep some distance here. Throws down the Biotic Grenade to stay alive, but Misanthropy's caught on his tail. He's forced to jump back to his team, but the mech's been popped from Misanthropy as DreamisDead and Racket did a good job sticking together and getting some kills, as a lot of other members from Carpe Diem weren't able to successfully fight on top of the checkpoint. So Misanthropy did do a good job to split up the back line of Frostbite, but JT Hunter and Racket just do your job, being able to stick together. But the fight's still going to continue here. Last effort here for Carpe Diem as Failsafe charges in the Graviton Surge with Athiel's Tactical Visor. Nano Boost has killed 2 members here, and I was mentioning this is the key to them, and they're making it work for themselves, and they take out Tarprax. They're able to pull that off nicely with a nice Graviton Surge, Tactical Visor, Nano Boost combo. It's just Trav remaining. He's not going to get him jump the checkpoints, so congratulations to Carpe Diem. Pulling off a good combination of their ultimates and capping here in overtime. They're going to have 2 minutes and 26 seconds to move on through the second phase. If they can push through the second phase nicely past the bus, they'll have a good chance of capping. But if Frostbite can manage to hold through at the bus and not let and make it so that Carpe have to fight at least twice to push on towards the checkpoint, then Frostbite's going to have a good chance to stop the cart being pushed on for the last checkpoint. But we're going to be enter at the bus point now as NJW is still on that Winston. He's in the back line, but he has to hit the Primal Rage as the Bite Grenade lands here for Carpe Diem's backline to keep them alive. As Tarprak has the Nano Boost. He hasn't charged up though, he's got caught behind the escort, so he does land an Earth Shadow though. People are popping a lot of ultimates here for Frostbite, so if Carpe Diem don't use any ultimates, this still could end up quite well for them and push in with no ultimates on the side of Frostbite other than JD Hunter's Tactical Visor. So they have the Self-Destruct and the Nano Boost, and they'll have a Graviton Surge and possibly an Earth Shadow and a Tactical Visor here. So Carpe Diem is still in a good position. The only bad factor they have going into this next fight is the time on the clock. So they have to get their ultimates up and then pull the trigger. With only 1 minute and 10 remaining, it's very difficult. As the shield begins to crack here for Failsafe, he throws down the Flame Strike to try and get a bit closer into the back line. But the cart's going to keep moving here to the edge of the bus. Everyone from Frostbite's going to scatter a little bit here as the Nano Boost is on top of Misanthropy, and she does have... No, she doesn't have the Self-Destruct. I thought she did. No, she does have the Self-Destruct. I'm looking at the wrong team. She's having a little bit of a snooze. Quickly woken up here. The hook's missed by Hoss. A little bit close to Huss there. So they're still going to keep fighting here with Failsafe and Core picking up 1 kill. Self-Destruct is going to come out from Misanthropy, taking out Racket. As a lot of the members here from Frostbite, as you can see, the defense never really remained structured. They kind of got a little bit... They kind of panicked, I feel, because a lot of ultimates on the side of Carpe Diem, and they were just under a lot of pressure because their ultimates didn't come up online until towards the end of the fight. But still 1 minute and 48 seconds here. Either team can take this. They need a nice clean fight here while they had the ult advantage with the Graviton, Earth Shatter, Tactical Visor. So 3 good ultimates to combo here for Carpe. But they do have to go up against the Shadow, Nano Boost, and Tactical Visor, along with the Self-Destruct, which can disrupt the back line of Carpe Diem, or disrupt their offensive line, is better to say. So throw down the Graviton Surge, so they got to pull the trigger first. Bite Grenade does land here for Frostbite. Self-Destruct's got... Oh, so the Earth Shadow's got to come out here from both Reinhardts. Not really going to have too much of an impact because it just killed both team members, but it does mean that the spawn point is closer for Frostbite. So as they're beginning to win this contest, they're going to have more members come back from the spawn point, which is going to stop Carpe Diem in their tracks. They still have the sound barrier and Nano Boost, but it's going to be very difficult without Athiel's Tactical Visor, which was the big key to each victory they had when it became a big choke point, which will happen in the first checkpoint, and now it's going to happen again here on the third, but they've already used it with both Reinhardt slamming down their Earth Shatters. Even if the kills were a little bit even, Frostbite will still come up better because the spawn point is so much closer, so we'll have their members back up and ready to go. As NJW is now switched to the Reaper, he's on the top side, beginning to crack that shield of Failsafe. The center with with the Nano Boost again, so trying to get him to NJW, so they had back-to-back Nano Boosts here. Carpe Diem, so they're doing a good job. As Akisuki gets the kill on top of NJW as the cart continues to push forward. Failsafe charges in to the Tarprax Reinhardt, who had the Nano Boost, so he's been taken out of the fight. Hoss is now on the Zenyatta, trying to break some shields down and get the Discord orbs on, but there's a sound barrier being popped by Carpe Diem, which is going to make it very difficult. They've separated the lineup of Frostbite until now. The spawn's been coming through. Everyone's going to gather up inside of Hoss's Transcendence to start taking out members of Carpe Diem, and that's going to be all she wrote, because everyone was able to get back into the fight quick enough here for Frostbite. Carpe didn't have the Tactical Visor from Athiel. They already used it, and the fight didn't go their way. It was just too hard for them with only one pure DPS character on their team and 3 tanks. So they really needed the damage output, a lot of burst, to kill multiple people straight away when you're at the spawn point. And not having that tactical visor means they couldn't do it, and they did push it fairly close, so they had the opportunity now to defend, so they need to have a heavy defense comp here. I don't expect to see any builders though. I haven't seen either team favour any builders, but some teams lately, especially in Numbani, have been going with the Tourbillon. So that's like a new flavour, a new meta to Numbani lately. So just going to take a quick drink here as the teams get ready to set up. So nothing surprising here. Especially for the offense, they're going to go with the Roadhog instead of the Winston. Before they had the Zarya for defense with the Graviton Surges, but this time around they've got NJW and the Roadhog. Oh, no, he's going to go for the Winston. I would prefer to see, I guess the Winston does work jumping in there, but I'd like to see a Roadhog instead of a Reinhardt. And just run in there, get your Diva and Winston to rush in. There we go. Get them to rush in there. You could even run a Zenyatta if you really want to go to dive heavy comp and get people to jump up on top of the catwalk and just throw the Harmony Orb. So that still works as well. But I do like the Roadhog pick, especially if everyone's going through the shield battles and just looking at each other here on the top side. You can just get the hook. As soon as the Reinhardt lowers his shield, but same lineup here besides Core. He's not going to be on the Lucio. He's going to be on the Zenyatta this time around. So that's the one switch here for Carpe Diem. This Anthropy is going to claim the catwalk as her territory, which is before jumping over to the other side now. Everyone's going to go underneath though, so a little bit sneaky here from Frostbite. Jumping onto the checkpoint. We're going to start forcing people down from the balcony of Carpe Diem now, as Failsafe gets a nice charge on top of Racket, so that's good work to getting that, killing that Ana first, which is going to let them win the fight. If you don't have Ana alive, it's very hard to win a fight, as she does just so much in her kit, being able to throw body grenades, which can prevent people from healing and boost the healing of your team and heal them up at the same time, and the sleep dart to just take people out while healing your team or damaging the enemies. So it's just such a good character, and you know, that's the first target of any fight. You want to kill the Ana, then it's your key to success. So they've still got plenty of time on the clock, 3 minutes to go. So Tyler's on the side, don't have to worry about too much. But the hook comes in on top of Failsafe, and he's been put to sleep. The body grenade saves his life. He needs to get out of there, as his Anthropy needs to throw up that defense matrix, but the mech's going to be popped now. So she's going to be in a little bit of trouble before bouncing back. Trap's got to push through here with the Discord Orb, and all of his members are starting to drop down like flies here for Carpe Diem. They need to be careful to just regroup and run around through Atria and just wait for their teammates to respawn. As people get caught out one by one, it's going to make it very difficult to defend. The third's going to come out here. They might have someone that might risk their life, but if I was Carpe Diem, I would just suggest staying back. Athiel will just cause a little bit more trouble. He could probably stay here and maybe get his ult charge up, but you've got a Roadhog running after you. It's not a good idea to peek too much, but got a little bit of ult charge. It's one little bit of a thumbs up for Athiel, but they are down pretty early with a checkpoint, so 4 minutes and 34 seconds when it's about a 2-minute advantage over Carpe Diem's time when they were on the offense. So plenty of time for Frostbite to be able to push on as the shield begins to crack here for Failsafe. They've still got a good position here near the bus. Just need to be careful with someone rotating around, but there is no Genjis to worry about. The hook is going to come out on top of Failsafe. He didn't have his Reinhardt shield up. Tarprak does a little bit better with having healer shield up, but he's going to move back here and let the whole hog from NJW to try to create some space, but the Earthshadow's going to come out and slam a couple members down. The self-destruct's going to pick up Hoss hiding inside of Atria, as everyone's on the back foot now for Frostbite. They're going to regroup and regather with 4 ultimates on their side. They did waste 1, so probably not a good decision to use that whole hog, now thinking about it, but 1 is better than using 2 or 3, so they are even going into the next fight with Carpe Diem, who have the Tactical Visor, Nano Boost, Graviton Surge, and Transcendence, of a lot of defense. They did get to bait out the Earthshadow Frostbite, which is a big thing when you've got someone with a Tactical Visor, because you don't want to get slain down by the Earthshadow. So no one's going to be able to stop that other than a Graviton Surge, but you still be able to shoot. As the self-destruct's going to happen behind the escort, so a little bit of a misplay there, but they do get 2 kills. They're going to move forward with JT Hunter with the nano boost. They had a sound barrier popped as well, Frostbite, and they've already picked up 2 kills with JT Hunter. They've separated Misanthropy from the team. The rest of the team is all scattered or either dead or respawning. So they're going to be able to cap this pretty quickly. Going to build up some time on that 3-minute time bank as Athiel's trying to get some ult charge. Going to rejoin his team. 4 minutes and 24 seconds, so pretty smooth from a 4-minute start on the second phase, and now they're back to 4 minutes again here for the third, so plenty of time for them to work with. When Carpe Diem came around, they were about at 1 minute 20, so big advantage here of 3 minutes. So the time, the speed of Frostbite is quite a lot faster than Carpe Diem. As the fighter grenade's going to land on top of Oshiznik here. Nice throw there from Mackett. So they could get that Arnolo. He's half health, but he's going to be able to heal up pretty quickly. His half crack does get the kill on top of Failsafe. Graviton Surf now on the front line of it ends up being the back line of Frostbite as they're behind the escort, and a couple of members move forward outside of it. As Raki gets the kill on top of Akatsuki, they're going to keep moving forward towards the spawn point as Tarkrak lands down a nice Shatter, but it's followed up by Core for Carpe Diem using the Transcendence. Athiel's quite low though, so he needs to be careful as Hoss and Trav pick up the kill each on Misanthropy and Athiel as the fight still happens here on top of the escort, but it's going to be the spawn blade. No one's out there in time, so that's going to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds and 3-2 for Frostbite, picking up the win here on Numbani. So congratulations. Just seemed like they had a better understanding of the map, and the picks worked out for them. Like every time they landed their combos, it did work out. They were quite good in ult management, and it just seemed like they were on the same page there. So Carpe Diem still a good showing. They were quite good when they were using the Tactical Visor, Graviton, and either Earthshatter or Nano Boost. They seem to have that combo down pat. But when they don't have the Tactical Visor Graviton combo, they seem a little bit lost. So that's something for them to work on. But we'll take a little bit of a break here and be back with the next game. We'll see you shortly.